name is Shaun, and today we will dive into the world of pixel art. What is pixel art? Pixel art is a form of digital art drawn with graphical software where images are built using pixels as the only building block. Pixel art is particularly relevant in the world of video games, as 24% of the best-selling games of all time employ this art style. It can range from complex, as you can see here, to relatively simple, as shown here as well. Putting little tiny squares next to each other of varying colors can give you a wide variety of images. What programs to use? There's lots of programs out there that support pixel art, and I'll be covering both paid and free. First up, there is Photoshop. It comes at a monthly subscription. It can be used for lots of things besides just pixel art. So if you're interested in varying forms of art, I recommend picking this up at some point. Next, there's Asprit, and this comes at a low cost of $15, one-time purchase. If you're really into pixel art and want to continue learning and doing more, I highly suggest getting this at some point down the road. I use it all the time. For free software, there is GIMP, which is basically like Photoshop Lite. It has a higher learning curve, I think, than Photoshop. So if you get this, it might take a little bit to get off the ground with it. There's GraphicsScale, which is what we'll be using today. It is a free software that is made specifically for pixel art and programming sprites into video games. There's no erase tool. I think that is the only drawback for GraphicsScale. And then finally, there is just regular old Microsoft Paint. Comes with your computer. That's how I started with pixel art, and is a great beginner's tool. Okay, we're now going to download GraphicsScale, and we'll type in GraphicsScale in Google, and it'll be the first website that is brought up. Go up at the top to hit download. It'll prompt you for this pop-up. Just get rid of it. It's kind of a scam, so don't worry about it. We'll download the one on the left. That is the free version, and it'll pop up down in your download bar at the bottom. Once you have everything installed, it should give you a screen that looks like this. We're going to go up to File, New, and we will type in either 32 by 32 or 16 by 16, whatever you feel like drawing. You'll want to work small when beginning with pixel art, and then work your way up to larger, more advanced images. So I had some reference pictures saved already on my computer, and since it's getting close to Halloween, I decided to use a black cat. Cats are one of my daughter's favorite animals, and so I was thinking a lot about her when I was making this image. So we'll want to zoom in right here and work a little bit closer since we are working with tiny little squares. Want to try to get in there pretty close detail. So we're going to go up top. We're going to select the circle that is filled in and just click and drag wherever you want that circle, just to kind of give us a rough shape of this cat. I drew another circle for the head. We'll go up to the pen tool, and we'll start blocking in those ears. Sometimes I like to work a pixel at a time, just to kind of see the image build. Just from there, sometimes a little bit easier than working with a larger brush. So I will fill in the bottom there, kind of give it more of a cat loaf shape. Put little paws up front, and something I wanted to add that's not in the original image is a tail. Later on, we'll be making this image move, and a tail is a good way to get a lot of movement into a character, especially an animal character. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out which way I want the tail to bend and curve. Making curved lines in pixel art is not as hard as it looks, as long as you use like a step method. Everything usually looks pretty well. So we're going to start filling out some more details on this cat. Making his head a little bit larger. Reminds me of the cat off of Sailor Moon, if anybody's familiar with that. Then I'm going to go up to my color palette and use some gray to kind of give some highlights into the cat, kind of break up that silhouette a little bit to let everyone know that that is a head right there. And feel free at any moment to pause this video if I'm going too fast, or if you need to rewind it. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I want people to learn. So, and you don't have to draw a cat. You can pick an image of whatever you want and work on that. This is just giving you a basic design and a basic workaround of how to use an image, a reference image, and create your own little pixel image. Alright. So I'll kind of draw on the hind legs right there. Make it look like it's tucked in behind there. Then I'll draw the little nose, trying to figure out where I want that. Kind of figuring out where the middle is. Choosing the eye color. I stuck with the eye color from the image and wanted to go with more of a yellow. Once heard that the closer the eyes are to the nose, the cuter the image. And since I want this cat to look pretty cute, I kind of adjusted the eyes a little bit here, whether I want them big, whether I want them small. Play around with details. You don't really know until you try. So yeah, I went to closer to the nose to give it more of a cute feel. Wasn't happy with where I placed that nose, so I'm going back and adjusting a few things. Too low. Nope, went back up high. As somebody once said, there are no mistakes, only happy accidents. So mess around with your drawing a lot. It's very, very easy to erase in digital art. So, coming up close to the end of the video for this one, and we'll be drawing more on the next week's video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Thank you guys.